Welcome to English Snap Lab, where mastering English is as easy as a snap. Today, we are visiting the busy, colorful streets of India in R.K. Narayan's famous story, An Astrologer's Day. This lesson is perfect for understanding Indian English context and mastering verbs of professionalism like observe, predict, and calculate. In this story, we see how language is used to build a professional identity, even when that profession is based on mystery. Before we begin, please take a second to give this video a thumbs up. Let's begin. Part 1. The Professional Setup. The story opens at midday. The astrologer opens his bag and spreads out his professional equipment. He has cowrie shells, a square piece of cloth with obscure mystic charts, and a notebook. In an Indian context, an astrologer is someone who uses the stars and planets to tell people about their lives. To be successful, the astrologer had to observe his surroundings carefully. To observe means to watch someone or something carefully in order to gain information. He sat under a spreading tamarind tree in a busy marketplace. He didn't actually know the stars. Instead, he was an expert at observing human nature. He knew that people usually had three problems: money, marriage, or family conflicts. Part 2. The Art of Prediction. The astrologer's work required him to calculate quickly. To calculate usually means to determine a number using math, but for our astrologer, it meant figuring out the best thing to say. He would listen to a client talk for 10 minutes. During this time, he would calculate enough information to provide answers for the rest of the hour. Once he felt confident, he would predict the future. To predict means to say that a specified thing will happen in the future. He would tell his clients, "In many ways, you are not getting the results you deserve," or "Most of your troubles are due to your nature." These were general statements, but his clients thought he was reading their souls. Part 3. An Unexpected Encounter. One evening, as the marketplace was closing, a man named Guru Nayak appeared. He challenged the astrologer, saying, "You call yourself an astrologer? Tell me something worthwhile." The astrologer felt uncomfortable. The man was aggressive and demanded that the astrologer predict if his search for a specific person would be successful. The astrologer looked at the man's face in the flash of a matchstick. Suddenly, he began to calculate a different kind of information. He recognized the man. He changed his tone. He began to analyze the man's past with incredible detail. He told the man his name, described how he had been stabbed and left for dead in a well years ago, and even named the village he came from. Part 4. The Final Calculation. Guru Nayak was amazed. He believed the astrologer had magical powers. The astrologer told him to go back to his village and never travel south again. He predicted that if the man stayed home, he would live to be 100, but if he traveled again, he would face great danger. The man left satisfied. Later that night, the astrologer told his wife the truth. Years ago, in his own village, he was the one who had stabbed Guru Nayak in a silly fight. He had run away to the city to hide. By observing and calculating so well, he had not only made money, but also saved his own life by sending his enemy far away. Learning Summary. English Snap Lab. In today's lesson, we looked at verbs used in professional settings. Observe, to watch and learn details; calculate, to think and plan based on facts; predict, to say what will happen next; analyze, to examine something in detail to explain it. Context note: in Indian English, terms like cowrie shells or tamarind tree help create a local flavor or atmosphere that makes the story feel authentic. Your homework. If you had to predict one thing about your English journey, what would it be? Use the verb predict or calculate in the comments. For example, I predict that I will be fluent by next year. Thank you for watching English Snap Lab. If you enjoyed this mysterious lesson, please subscribe and share. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next story.